Hello everybody, I'm back with my scent of the day, and I'm actually going to wear this scent 2 days in a row, and I'm not going to post a video on Memorial Day. And that one is going to be my next vetiver, the next one I purchase, and it's Vetiver Sensuel by Mancera. And yesterday I wore Red Vetiver by Montal, and Mancera and Montal are the same, same company. I think they're the same perfumer, Pierre Montal. This one has an interesting story for me. All the rest of them have smelled the same. Those three that I did, originally, in the last 3 days. They've had that Terre de Hermes smell to them. And when I walked in, where I purchased this is at my local fragrance shop called the Scent Masters in Lancaster. And I know the owner there. And he knows my taste. He knows I like florals. He knows I like citruses. And he found out I like vetiver. Based fragrances that smell of vetiver, that I consider a smell of vetiver. So he automatically, when I went in there, he said, "Oh, you're probably going to want to smell this," and he handed me Vetiver Sensuel. He handed me a paper with it on. And then he put the bottle over at the counter, and I walked around the shop for 30 minutes going, "Ooh, that smells really good." And it does. And Miss Floss gave it a 9 today, and I give it a 9. And it goes in a completely different direction. It's actually considered a woody floral musk, but I can still smell that vetiver, what I consider that vetiver smell at the base on there that comes through. But like I said yesterday when I did Red Vetiver, the rest of these are going to move in a different direction. All except one. There's one there that probably will go back to Terre de Hermes style. And what this is, it's a lot more, it has a lot more citrus for one thing. I think it has lemon, lime, orange, and bergamot up top with pepper. And then I think it has orchid and patchouli in the middle, which is interesting. But it does have that patchouli. And then in the bottom, it has vetiver woody notes. And when you look up woody notes, that says almost like a mixture of vetiver patchouli. And then, it says oak moss, white musk, and amber. So it does, it is a more vibrant smell, not a classic vetiver smell. It's not that, that office vetiver smell that I get like Terre de Hermes. And so this, this is more versatile actually. The other ones like Terre de Hermes, I feel comfortable wearing that because mostly I would feel comfortable wearing that in an office, but I feel comfortable wearing it all day. But, wherever I wear it, I feel it, I'm wearing it and it's wearing good. But this could be a special occasion vetiver. This could be something that if I want to go on a date, I can wear. I could wear Terre de Hermes if I want to go on a date. I can wear whatever I want if I want to go on a date. But I think this, because it's much sweeter, has that floral in it, has more citrus in it. Younger people might like this one more. That's just my opinion. If you're going out on dates and you're trying to attract somebody with what you're wearing, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But that's not why I wear them. So anyway, that's going to be my scent of the day, and I just want to mention that. And I'm going to wear, I wear it 2 days. I wear it Monday and Tuesday, and then I'll get back. And also, I do have that vetiver playlist up there on my YouTube channel. And there's some interesting ones. I only did the 3 from today, and this one's going to be up there. But there's I think 4 or 5 other ones that I had previously done that I put up there. And there's some interesting ones in there where you'll see. That I consider my vetivers. Like I said, most of my things, probably 60% of them have vetiver in them, but I don't consider them vetiver fragrances. I sort of try to explain that. Example of that is, my favorite is Ludici Pour Homme. Everybody knows that, my favorite. It has vetiver in it. It actually even has those accords I mentioned, fresh, spicy, and earthy, and woody, and green. It has them in there, mixed in there, and it has citrus. But I don't get the vetiver smell out of that because it has a whole kitchen sink of other smells on top of that. And I don't even come close to getting the vetiver smell from that, for me. Another example of this would be Green Irish Tweed and Chez Bon. I think both of them smell the same. The accords are a little different, but to me, my nose, they smell the same. Green Irish Tweed does not have vetiver, and Chez Bon does have vetiver. But I wouldn't put Chez Bon in my vetiver side. And I consider that a whole separate thing of green. like an actual quart of green, more than that vetiver, woody, earthy, aromatic, fresh and spicy type of thing. And I think that's because, as one last thing, I'm not an expert or anything, so this is just me reading and stuff. I think that's because vetiver, it's a grass, but where they get the oil is from the root, and the root is more woody. Roots are stronger and they're more earthy, and I think that's that's the point I'm trying to make about not being think of it as green, a green grass or something like that. So that's just my opinion, and with that said, these are for my grandchildren, so my opinion is for my grandchildren and not for everybody else watching. So, I know that most people watching me today are people that are in the fragrance community and know 20 times more than I know about fragrances. So, whatever I say, if you believe I'm wrong, you're right. Trust me, you're right, and I am wrong, but it's just my opinion. It's my opinion for my grandkids to explain why I put these fragrances on this rack and said these are my vetivers. It's for them to know why I think they're my vetivers. It's not to convince anybody else these are vetiver fragrances that may be watching and knows 10 times more than I do, because I've only been in fragrance 2 years and I don't really know jack crap about fragrances. So anyway, with that, have a nice day. Pray for peace, and as always, be kind. And special Memorial Day. I just want to remind people to remember that Memorial Day is for deceased veterans. It's for veterans that died in the war or those that came home and died from the war, and that's really important. I was at a fireworks show, and they did the national anthem, and then they wanted to recognize all veterans. And my wife's like, "Get up," and I'm like, "No, I'm not getting up. I mean, this isn't Veterans Day; it's Memorial Day." And the point is, on Memorial Day, who we should be recognizing are deceased veterans who died of war injuries or died in the war, or their families that they left behind. That's who, if you're at a Memorial Day thing and you want to, want people to be recognized, you should ask the families of fallen servicemen to get up who've given the ultimate sacrifice. I'm not preaching or anything, but I just hope that as Americans we understand there's 3 separate days. There's Memorial Day, there's Armed Services Day for those currently serving, and then there's Veterans Day in October. And that's where maybe if you want to recognize, all veterans, you could do that. At least that's how I see those 3 days. So again, thank you for watching, and be kind and pray for peace, and I'll see you again on Wednesday. Bye.